What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight.
Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is amedepeculiar, and in today's video I'll be showing you guys all what you have just seen. I'll be showing you guys how to knotless braids. I'll be showing you guys my pattern. I have talked about this in one of my videos that I was going to show you guys how I achieve my knotless braids, and also I will be showing you guys how I feed in braids, how to feed in braids basically, and also showing you guys how I achieve those beautiful curves. So it's something you want to stick around, grab whatever you need to grab, and yeah, let's get started. So already I went over to partition my client's hair into two equal parts, okay, not necessarily into two equal parts, but then I partitioned her hair in the way that the first part of the hair, or the first half of the hair that we have, the cutting was like just immediately after her ears. So if you can see from this knotless braids we are having, the cuttings were just after her ear. It was not necessarily like an equal hair, okay. So we have the front part, which was a little bit smaller than the back part of the hair. So already, as you see, I went ahead to start making my knotless braids. And you guys, this is how I do my knotless braids. I just find this process very easy, very simple. I don't know, but then I feel it's just slick and easy, straight to the point. And this is also how I make my feed in braids, okay. So you want to watch gently and see how I do it. I go ahead to add the attachment or whatever you are adding, if it's a wool, if it's a Brazilian wool, if it is an extension, just whatever it is. I go ahead to add it on top of the initial hair, okay, and then I kind of like flip it over to the other end and then bring it over, and then you guys just watch, you are going to see it, and it's very much self-explanatory. So if you can basically do feed in braids, then this style is obviously not a problem. So I go ahead to just pick my braids, okay, from the roots. You want to hold it so tight and firm. Then I just do like about 3 to 4 cornrows of it. Then I apply the attachment, add it on top of it. Then I just grab it up. Then I just basically pick the other ones, and then you guys, is so self-explanatory, okay. You will get this in no time, okay. You will get this in no time. This method of knotless braids also give you a very protective style, in the sense that your hair does not cut. You know those knotless braids that they have additions on top of them. They can actually cut your hair or damage your hair in a way, depending on the nature of your hair, okay. But then this style is also a very protective style that I believe, if you do not know how to hide your extensions, then you can try out this method, and then it is going to be simple and slick. So I'm just going to allow you guys to just watch and see how I add it, okay. So again, I go ahead to pick in my braids right from the roots, okay, and I just add in my extensions or my attachment. Then if you watch very well, I just leave the other half of it and then impute it in between my index finger and my thumb. And then you guys should watch something else. After inputting it into my index finger and my thumb, just watch, I don't go ahead to braid it. I add another extensions directly. Okay, can you see? I add another extension directly on it. Okay, yeah, because you want to do it that way depending on how you want to make your braids. Actually, I just wanted to have this fat effect. I just want to have this kind of like a big effect. Okay, if you get what I mean. I don't want the hair to be quite so tiny. Okay, so just play around it. You want to add your extensions on it and then braid, add extensions and then braid before adding, but then I went ahead to add my extensions and then just braid a bit and then added something. I don't know if you guys understand. Okay, so here we are at the front of this beautiful hair. If you can see the distance from the distance is not so much like the middle, the distance from the partitioning, as you can see, but it was quite a little bit, it was quite deep, if you get what I mean, but then it was not directly on the middle. So I'm just going over to partition her hair to get the middle part of this braid. So we are doing like a tiny cornrow or feeding cornrow, and then a fat one at the middle. So if you watched my intro, you are going to notice that yeah, there was a single fat size at the beginning of the hair. So I went ahead to hold these two hair at these two ends so it could be easier for me. So here I'm going to show you guys how I feed in my braids. Okay, so while braiding, you want to make sure that your lines are neat. You guys, the emphasis on neat. You want to make sure that your lines are neat and your lines are straight. Okay, so I went ahead to start over with my client's hair because I don't want the extensions to damage her hairlines, if you get what I mean. And then I went over to start applying my extensions gradually. Okay, you want to apply your extensions tiny in a way to give your edges or to give your baby hair, like there's this kind of straight effect that it gives. Okay, this tiny fat effect that it gives, so it enables your braided hair to have like a tiny beginning and a fat ending. Okay, so that was how we started adding gradually. We started increasing our extensions, the attachments, bit by bit. Okay, we increased them bit by bit. As we went on, it kept on going higher and faster and thicker. So this is what you want to do for your braid. So this is basically how I feed in braids. You just go over the same process I do for my knotless braids. Okay, is same thing I do for feed in braids. Okay, so it's pretty simple, guys. Just work your way around it. You trust me, you surely know how to do this. But yeah, this is just how I just do my feeding braids. This is how I make my Ghana weavings. This is how I make whatever weaving that has to do with any extension. Okay, so this is how I do this, and yeah, that's just it. So I went over to start the front of her hair with her baby hairs. You guys, you want to do this, you can actually prefer or choose to do the other method, which is adding using your extension to start your braid. As you can see, I started with a very tiny one. So you want to probably start with your client's hair. That way it will help. I have said this before, that way it will help their baby hairs not to be completely damaged and ruined, okay? But you can also go ahead to start over with your extensions, but then I just feel like it can make that process tighter, more painful. And then what else again? Yeah, it could also damage their edges, okay? So I just went ahead the same process, filling in braids. So I'll just allow you guys to watch and then understand it, but then don't mind me bending because I was not having enough space to make this hair. So you guys, I was just literally trying to just put out things together and make everything work, okay? So just sit back, enjoy it, and yeah. So you guys, at this point it was extremely late at night, and then I went over continuing to film because I wanted to show you guys this part. So this is the flexi relax that we used. I used this relax to achieve this beautiful kind of curls, okay? So basically what we did here was the fact that, you remember, we partitioned our hair into two equal parts, or not necessarily equal parts, but then we had like more extensions that were not braided actually, okay? At a particular size, I think at length 27 or length 26, something like 26 inches, those parts were not braided, okay? We had like extra hair there. So those were the hairs that we use on the flexi relax. I hope you guys get what I mean. So here we just use flexi relax on them, and then I went over to curl it, and then I just had to just find a way to support it by same end, okay? And then we dipped the hair in hot water and everything was set. So this is our hair. sat the next day. And then yeah, this is our hair and this is what it's looking like. I'm going to show you guys how the chorus came out. Those flexi rollers, they are so beautiful. They came out pretty looking well. I advise that you guys try this hairstyle, or if not necessarily this hairstyle, sorry for that, you guys try using the flexi curls. Okay, they are going to give you a more defined look. So if this video was helpful, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, share, and yeah, bye.